Okie dokie, made quite a bit of progress today. Well, I should say yesterday. I've actually done nothing today because rugby's been on. But yeah, made quite a lot of progress yesterday. Mostly soldering, mostly electronics. I'm just quickly going to show you where we're at with this right now. And then I'll pop it open because it's not screwed together. I'll pop it open. Right. First things first, the HDMI is coming out the front. Even though Player 2's controller is done, HDMI is coming out the front because I'm waiting for a cable. I'm waiting for the guys in China to knock me up a cable to go to there. I tried making one myself and I just can't get it to fit, so I'm going to let the bootleggers do it. And Player 1's already in, power button's on, reset button's on. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to press down quite hard on here because it's not screwed together. So I don't know if you can hear that, but the fan is on. You press it again. Fan off. So the reset button is now click on, fan off. The power button, I'm just going to turn this off for a second. The power button is now the drive light, so I'm just going to press the power button. And drive light. Now obviously it's shining through the plastic a little bit, so I've got to put some kind of tape or something basically here. Oh, here we go. Excuse my technical setup here. Okay, so like you can see, the drive light quite happily, focus up. Drive light quite happily flashing away. So every time it accesses the SD card, it will flash on the front. And then again, clicking the power button, safe shutdown, and it will turn itself off. There you go, back off. All right, let me just quickly turn this light on again, and I'll pop it open, and you can see what's inside. Okay, so put very plainly, all that's inside at the minute is the drive light, a couple of switches, a fan, and the Raspberry Pi. Nothing else. I haven't done the HDMI, haven't done the power yet, or the controller. The controller and the SD memory card, because even though I've made these holes for the USB a little bit wider, in where it says memory card, I need to remove all of that memory card. I'm going to need to remove all of that so I can put the SD card adapter in there, so you can slide the SD card in and out in there, and then build a little Perspex memory card just to lay it on top. It'll look nice once it's done. Okay, so quickly popping this open, you'll kind of see where I've got up to. Now in the lid, first of all, the light, you can see the little green LED. Well, maybe you can. There you go. Little green LED is in there, and the cable goes all the way around the inside of the chassis, down here to those last two pins. What I've got inside, again, this is not going to be here. This is going to go out the back over there. Power, not going to come out here. Power's going to go out there. Just haven't got around to doing it yet. And these, I'm going to snake round. So this is Player 1's control, which at the moment is still going into the original classic controller because I haven't had time to do the DualShock yet. And then all those two buttons is the little plungers down here. I had to shave the plungers. I don't know if you'll be able to tell. I had to shave the plungers down a little bit. See, I'm pushing them. Because I was adding, originally they just tapped the micro switches on the USB. But because they're different now, this one, just click, turns on the fan. And this one is the start up and shut down one. And all I've done is just hot glued them in there. As far as the case, basically took out with some knives and some sandpaper all of this bottom section. Like all of this, you see where it's like raised here and all of this, that's all gone. The notch for this screw at the back also gone, but there are enough screws in here to keep it together. There'll still be 4 screws in the front. It'll be fine. It'll go together quite well. Like I was saying, the reason I've run the USBs to the back, out of the back of the stacked USB females, running the USBs out the back of that is so that the front can be right flush to that. So it goes right up to that sort of mold line there. The inside, I have taken out all of that side. So it had one of these sort of like little plastic inserts here. Originally, this bit on the original PS1 is not a vent. It's just for decoration. Like, it's just purely aesthetic. But on this one, they've made it a vent. And then they put like a little plastic shield on it. So I'm not quite sure why they did that. So originally I didn't know that and I was planning to cut it out. But all I've done, you can see light through it, see? So all I've done is I've just cut that shielding off. Again, all with hand tools, all with sandpaper, just all the way down there, sanded it all the way down. So the fan, rather than blow air out the bottom, what I've got is sucking air out the bottom, cooling down this outside bit. I've blocked off this side, so the only way, because it's completely sealed, the only way the air can go out is through here. Because like I said, this side I've blocked off. So it will be sucking in air through the bottom and then pushing it over the pie and hopefully out there. That's the theory anyway. I don't know if it'll actually do that or not. It stays nice and cool anyway, but it's just in case you want to give it a little bit of extra juice. But yeah, that's where we are at the minute. And the only other way you would ever know that this is, like, when it's finished, the only other way you would ever know that this has been done is just because I've cut a small round hole at the bottom for the fan and sanded it, and it's all nice and round and sanded. But that's, again, it's underneath. You would never know. It's not like my other ones where I've sort of like drilled holes in the top. But yeah, that's kind of where we are at the minute. It's nice. It's looking pretty good. The drive light's up. Everything seems to be good. And yeah, let's turn that on. Right, time to play some. Oh, focus up. There you go. Alright. Time to play a little bit of Crash Bandicoot. Peace.